Okay.
Welcome back to Finance Unplugged, where we simplify what it really takes to break into finance. In today's episode, we're joined by Raj Joshi, a CFA Level 3 NISM cleared certified research analyst and a former intern at Malabar Capital Advisors, as he shares practical advice on what it really takes to break into the finance industry. Well, Raj, it is great to have you here with us today.
Well, thank you, Arav. I am honored to be here, and I'm actually really impressed to see you being a high school student taking this initiative. So, well, I actually started this journey only 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When I was probably 20, I didn't have any aspirations of getting into finance. I started out thinking I'll do something in marketing, and I just wanted to chill around. So I didn't really know anything at that point in time. So in second year, I was like, okay, my life's going downhill. I gotta do something. So I enrolled for the CFA program at that time, not knowing even what the full form means. I didn't know what a financial analyst does also. I just wanted to change my life and do something in my life to just feel good about myself. So yeah, then I just enrolled for, I still remember, 15th October 2023, I enrolled for the CFA program, level 1, for May level 1. Then I forgot about it honestly. And then again in Feb, I remember that, okay, I need to work on this right now. So I started studying in Feb for the May exam. Took, I think, 90 days and just grinded out and got 90% in level 1. And after that, I was like, okay, shit, I can actually do this. After I got my results for level 1, I was thinking, what should I do? Should I attempt level 2 in May of 2025, or should I just give it one shot and try in November? I asked my father, he's like, listen, it's no, even if you fail, it's fine. I can afford your fees again. So just give it a shot in November. So I sat, I once again pulled it off in like 90 days, got through level 2. And after that, it was I just used the momentum and got through level 3 right now in August. So I'm actually a bad candidate for this because I started my journey, finance journey, at the age of 20, not even 16 to 21. But what I've learned from my peers and my colleagues, I can say that if at 16 or 17 you are sure that you want to break into finance, start interning. Start interning wherever, if you can find through referrals or through LinkedIn. I'm not sure if LinkedIn can help you in this, but referrals are your best bet. Just start working, because I've been working since about a month or two now, and what CFA teaches you and what you actually do on the job, they are miles apart. CFA will teach you the technical knowledge that's required to crack an interview, but on the job you are all on your own. No one's there to hold your hand. The best thing at the age of 16, 17, just start somewhere. If you do you like I just want to know that, do people your age know about buy side, sell side? What are the different brackets of finance? Can
For
you?
the most part, the target audience for this podcast is like college students, but this time I wanted to do something different where I wanted to target like school students as well. And so I
Okay.
assume the people who are listening to this podcast do know something about, finance, do know something about like say careers like
Yeah.
investment banking, asset management, things like that.
Yeah. So at that age, what you think that it's in that investment banking, private equity is very glamorous, but you don't know the amount of work that goes in behind making those reports, making those DCF valuation models. That's something which you should start watching. So I would suggest people your age, or who the target audience is, they should start with YouTube. There are many videos on YouTube on how to make a model, or how to at least make the setup, how to set up a model. Even if you don't know how to make the assumptions, how to assume the future growth rate, just start by making the model, making an Excel sheet, a three statement model. That's it. And you should start reading about how the three statements connect with each other, how the income statement flows into the cash flow statement, and how it all ends up on the balance sheet. So that's what someone your age, or your who the target audience is, should do. Because at that point, when I was your age, I didn't even know what was equity or debt. I didn't know that, boss, stock market mein I'm putting money. If I'm putting money, where is the money going? What is happening about that?
If you say had to make like a very high leverage learning routine for like a 16, 17-year-old capped at like 60 minutes a day, 60, maybe 75 minutes a day, what would that
Hmm.
include?
So first thing, like what I've learned right now is newspaper is a must. If you So I read the Economic Times right now because I have some knowledge, but you should start. I think Mint has very easy language, and it's very easy for someone who's 17, 18 to know what is going on around the world, or how, suppose now, if Russia Ukraine war ends, well, how will it impact India? How will the or how can oil prices change, fluctuate, and how can you leverage that and invest in a stock in India that can give you 10x, 20x returns just by this one war getting solved? So I would say read the newspaper at least 1 hour a day if people your age have time. So they can take out 1 hour a day to read the newspaper, and along with that, build a habit of reading any book. Just start with, I would say, start with autobiographies because they are at least interesting. They teach you something about some other person. And after that, if you think you enjoy reading, then start reading your finance books. Start reading, I would say, Buffett. I started with Buffett, but you can also follow Peter Lynch. You can follow, I guess, yeah, there's this book called Bulls, Bears, and Other Beasts. That is a very good introduction to finance and to the markets. So I would say if someone your age enjoys that book, then they can think about pursuing this in the future as a career. So reading, because in this dhanda, reading is a must. If you can't read, then you don't belong over here.
Okay, so you're saying, like, just to understand that if you really even want to get into finance at like 16, 17, reading is
Yeah.
something that you should do and following like really, really renowned investors.
Yes, because I'm 100% sure at your age, people think that it's very glamorous,
Mm-hmm.
and it's parties that's on Friday nights, it's 80-hour work weeks with your colleagues, just having champagne at night. But no, it is. I'm not working. I've only had done an internship in investment banking, but what I would say is it's not glamorous at all. It is behind those bonuses. There are a lot of there's a lot of work that goes in. So if you can't sit on your desk for 16 hours a day, then you need to understand. Of course, not every job is that. But I work at a family wealth office, so I have 12 hours max. So it depends on where you want to get into. Do you want to get into sell side, buy side? It's all you'll learn. Someone at your age will start learning dhire, dhire, dhire. Then when you enroll into college, yeah. So once you get into college, you meet new people. You hear their perspectives. Your professors will probably abroad. I think the professors are very amazing at practical experiences, so they can teach you a lot. So right now, just don't think too much into it. Start reading. Just start with knowing what's going around the world. That's it.
Right, 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 right. And say like when it comes to say internships, which is something that you mentioned at like 17, 18, nobody really has say the experience and also the connections to land an internship. What is something
Yeah.
that they should be doing to practically learn about like finance at that point of time?
Uh, to practically, YouTube is the best friend. If you don't have an internship, if you can't get an internship, and I would say if you there are different sides. If you want to get into investing as in investing in the market, stock market, then you can start with those simulations which are always available somewhere or the other, just to know that if I'm buying, what is happening on the other end, like who's selling it to me, what is going on, how is suppose something in the world affecting my stock or my index. So just play around. I would say if you don't play around with it, you won't know what you actually have to do or will you like it in the future. Because boss, I made a mistake. I listened to one friend for one stock tip. That was earlier when I was like 18, 19, when I just got my Demat account. And I lost 5,000 in that. And at 19, for someone for 19-year-old, losing that much money is a big deal. So then that teaches you a lot. That it's you to play around. And at your age, YouTube is the best thing. Don't waste money on course. Trust me, don't waste money on these reels who they promote their courses, they promote this and that. Stay away from all of that.
That
And
is
stay away from the Telegram channels,
Mhm.
which shows you that I'll pay me this, I'll tell you this five multi-bagger stocks.
That is a
That is a
powerful
big story. Yeah.
actually. And it makes me think of like another question that I wanted to ask you. By the
Yeah.
time somebody's like 21, what is like a non-negotiable in terms of what they should have achieved for, success in the long term in finance? 20, like once they
Uh,
graduate university.
I would say practical experience is a must. By the time you're 21, you should have at least 8 months of internship or not such a 1 year of internship in the bag. I had only 6 months, so 6 7 months of internship max. That also one was at a CA firm, one was at the investment bank. So it was practical in this thing. Practical experience is the only thing that will save you, and which will actually make you understand. Okay, do you like this? Like, do you like sitting on your desk for 12 14 hours and reading? Main thing you have to like reading. That I would say. And also, I think all these colleges have your colleges will have the finance clubs or any investment clubs. Join that. Like, try to join it. That's the best thing, and that'll also help you get a job in the future after graduating.
Okay. 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 You've given like really concrete advice so far, and I have only one last question for you. If
Yeah.
like a 16-year-old asks you to asks you for a single rule that they should follow throughout, what would that be? Apart from say reading newspapers.
Hmm. Uh, I would say don't think about what others are achieving around you. Think about what you have to do. Because I made this mistake. I used to open LinkedIn every day. I used to think that okay, my God, this guy's done that, he's done that, and that would make me sulk. So I would waste around 6 hours just scrolling LinkedIn and see that what others are doing and what I'm not doing. So focus on yourself. Don't focus on the other five people around you. They are living their very own life. They have their own journey. You have your own journey, boss. Focus on yourself. Don't care what this the third person is doing.
Right.
And if you're going wrong, be ready to accept it.
Yeah.
Where you're going wrong.
Yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy. And that
Yes.
completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this with me. There's so much that I personally can, I think, take back, and also the listeners, they can take back so much from what you've said as well. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for doing this with me.
Yeah. Sure. And all the best, Arav.